Hello, friends. Welcome to Pricepedia. I'm with you guys for with the stocks of the week. In this edition, what I have done is like I have picked up three stocks. One is for investment purpose, and two are for trading purposes. But this is definitely not a recommendation. It's just my analysis. You need to consult your financial advisor to go ahead with them. But then I'll try to help you out with my analysis so that you can form an opinion on that. So let's start with it. The stock which we are going to discuss today, the name of the stock is Punjab Chemical and Corporation, uh, uh, Chemical and Crop Protection Limited. What exactly in this stock? Let's try to understand that. First of all, let's have a look at the market cap of the stock. The market cap of the stock is around 1,424 crore. What was the market cap 7 years back? It was only 170 crores. So from 170 crores to 1424 crore, this stock has proven itself. It's in a small cap category now. It is no more a micro cap stock. Yes, as far if it can do this thing in last 7 years, imagine what it can do in the coming years. So we'll analyze the stock from the fundamental point of view, then we'll go on to the charts and we'll see what's happening on the charts. As far as the fundamentals are concerned, let's start with them. Let me first rub this off and this one as well. And let's move on to the important parameters as far as this stock is concerned. So let's first have a look at the quarterly results and let's try to analyze what it has been doing till now. If you look at the sales of this company, the sales are currently at 281 crores. Right? If you see, this figure is the highest if you compare it with other quarters. So in this quarter, in the June quarter, which was the last one, the stock has performed very nicely, very well, and it has given the company has projected sales of around 281 crores. Now, if we look at the profit figure of the operating profit of the company, it is at 38 crores, so which is the highest I would say in the last whichever quarters we see here. You see, we never saw this 38 crores before. The maximum which was seen before was around 37 crores, but in June quarter we saw 38 crores being projected by the company as the operating profit. Margins, which are very important to know, margins they have maintained their margins at around 11 to 13, something like that. So that's also absolutely fine. Now let's look at the EPS of the stock in the June quarter. EPS as in earnings per share. What you call an investor should definitely look at this parameter. This is one of the important parameters here. So if you see, the EPS is currently at around 17.83, which is at the higher level, I would say, if you consider the whole range of it. You see, it has been toggling between 9 and around what's the maximum that we see here. Maximum that we see in this range is around 17.84. So right now it is sorry, the maximum is around 19.81. Right now the EPS which they have clocked is around 17.83, which is quite close to the high EPS that we saw in the June quarter. So guys, this is as far as the quarterly report is concerned. The quarterly result looks very good as far as June is concerned, and they have improved their sales, they have improved their operating profit, and their EPS is also quite near to the all-time high. So everything looks good and healthy as far as the quarterly results are concerned. Now let's move on forward. What exactly is in store for us? So the next point that we are going to discuss is the P&L. So P&L is if you can see here, it's a yearly thing of what the company is doing on a yearly basis. So first let's look at the sales. We saw the sales on the quarterly basis. Now let's look at the sales from the yearly basis. So what's important here is the TTM. TTM means in the last 12 months what the company has been doing. If you see, in the last 12 months the sales are at around 1015 crores, which is much higher than the previous ones. Operating profit, if you look at last 12 months, it's around 125 crores. Again, it's higher than the previous years. If you look at the EPS is around 51.14, which is quite close to the all-time high of around 68. So the stock is doing quite well at this front. Now let's move forward with the stock, and after seeing the P&L statement, let's check the cash flows. The cash flows statement is a very important statement, especially the cash from the operating activity. This is one parameter which cannot be ignored and which cannot be manipulated as well by the company. If you see cash from the operating activity there, that means this cash is with the company. So this figure cannot be manipulated, and it tells you about the true strength of the company. So what is cash flow statement telling us? The cash flow statement is telling us that the currently the stock has given in the March 2023, this year they have given around 58 crores of profit of cash which they have produced, right? So this 58 crores is quite a figure on the higher side, although we saw around 187 crores in September 2012, but that was just a spike. Beyond that, what we see is that they have been maintaining their EPS at around between 50 to 70, 80, something like that. So this 58 crores in March 2023 is much higher than the previous 3 years. If you look at March 2020, it was 34 crores, it was 43 crores, it was 34 crores in March 2023, it's 58 crores. So guys, the way company has been functioning, if it continues to function the same way, we can see this small cap company rise from 1000 crores to 10,000 crores in the coming time. So as far as my view of the company is concerned, it is definitely what you call an investment based view. It's not a trading view at all. So based on the fundamentals, I can see that the stock is looking attractive. Now, the next point is, let's move on to the stock and let's see what the charts are telling us, because fundamental analysis tells you which stock to buy, and technical analysis tells you when to buy. A stock which looks attractive on a fundamental basis may not be a good buy at a particular time. So if you enter at the wrong time, what will happen is that you will be stagnated, and your investment will not grow. It might depreciate as well. So we have to take help of the technical analysis. So my approach is Technofunda, and Technofunda, as in, first I analyze the company on a fundamental basis, then I look at the technicals, whether this is the right time to enter into a stock or not. So Punjab Chemical fundamentally we have analyzed it very nicely. Now let's move on to the uh, technical aspect of it, and let's try to understand what is there in the technical uh, side. So let's try to understand what stock has been doing in last many years. It was listed in around 2008, and then it went into a downward channel, and that downward channel took the price all the way up to around 24. So it was listed at around 180 rupees, but the price went down to around 24 rupees. So the price came crashing down after the debut of the stock, right? But after making this 24 rupees, we see is that the price went into upward channel, and in this upward channel, price went all the way up. So how much did the price appreciate? What do we see the price here? The price here was around 24 rupees, and right now the price is around 1400 rupees. So you can imagine how far the stock has gone up. It is not at 10x stocks, it's not at 20x stock. I think it has gone around 30 to 40x from the levels which we have seen in 2014. So if you would have invested even a lakh rupees in that stock, you would have been in crores by then. Anyways, history is history. Let's look at the present. So what happened after this? What happened after the stock went into an upward channel? In the upward channel, we see it is getting constant resistance here, constant resistance here, constant resistance here, and it is getting support. Here it didn't get the support exactly here, but quite near to it. Here it got the support exactly at the channel line. Again, it got a support here at the channel line. So this channel is actually working as a support on the downside, and this channel is acting as a resistance on the upside. So where is the stock right now? Stock right now is at the down part of this channel. So it has given a breakdown. It came out of the channel, but it managed to go up again, and now it's trying to get back into the channel. And if it enters back into the channel, there is around 140% upside, or even more, I think, if it goes till to the top of the channel. Okay, so technically the stock is already has already corrected, and it's at an attractive level. So if I would have bought the stock at this level, then I wouldn't have made money for months. If I would have bought stock at this level, I wouldn't have made money for months. Buying the stock at the bottom of the channel, see, if you would have bought here, see how far the stock went. I think it went almost 400, 500% from here till here. Again, you have the same scenario here. It's quite possible that the stock can go up from here. It can go till the top of the channel. So, guys, this is the monthly chart of the channel of the stock. So every candle in this chart represents 1 month price movement. Now let's move on to the daily chart and try to understand what is stored for us there. So if you see, let me first rub this off completely. Just hold on. Let me first rub this off. Okay. Now, if you see here, what happened here, that should be seen. So this red color is the channel that we spoke about in the monthly chart. And this is this correction which the stock faced. It came down from this value to this value. It must have depreciated at least 40 to 50 to 60% from here to here, probably around 30 to 40%. So now the stock is actually sold off, and the stock is at a very attractive level. It went below this channel. It somehow managed to come back up. Now it might enter it back into this channel, and from here there's the target is till the top of the channel. So we have around 150% of upside in this stock, even more than that, from the current levels. So that cannot be ignored. But let's try to understand what happened here. Here we saw the price went below the channel, but it gave a sharp move, and it sort of managed to get back into the channel, and from here the stock went all the way up. Right now the same story can happen here. It can go all the way up till here. So we can get quite a good returns in the stock if we probably invest in this stock. But this is not at all a recommendation, just my analysis. I am not SEBI registered. This is a disclaimer from my side. This is just an analysis to help you guys. Okay, so this is what Punjab Chemical daily chart is telling us. It's telling us that I'm sold off, but I am fundamentally good, and I can give you good returns in the coming days. So guys, this is my analysis as far as the fundamental aspect of this today's webinar is concerned. So this is the stock which I have picked up for the fundamental investors. Now I have two stocks which are for traders. So these two stocks I have picked up from the FNO segment. Okay, probably in the coming days I'll post more ideas from the cash segment as well. But FNO, I believe, is quite important because a lot of people follow FNO stocks. So FNO stocks will always be there in the in my webinars, which will be posted every week on Sunday. But guys, before we move forward to the FNO stocks, I would like to tell you that I am going to start a workshop very nearly. I mean, it will be done in around, say, 15 to 20 days. So in that workshop, what my line of action would be, it would be to discuss on price action, various patterns on price action, how to analyze a chart, how to understand whether the chart is bullish or bearish, how to understand various chart patterns, and there are how to understand price structures, how to analyze stock in the sense that how do we place the stop loss, how do we calculate the targets and all that, and what is the effect of global markets on our market, and the early signs of recession and all that. Everything will come to know in this workshop. Other than that, there will be a bonus strategy for option buyers wherein we can make around 100 to 200% returns in a matter of 15 to 20 minutes or 30 minutes. So that strategy I will discuss as well in the workshop. So guys, that is what is planned. This workshop would be an online workshop where I'll be giving you 2 to 3 videos every week, and this will go for almost 1 to 2 months. And at the end of the week, we'll have a live session of 1 to 2 hours where I'll discuss those 2 to 3 videos which I have shared with you guys. But what is important is that you will have to go through those 2 to 3 videos. Only then we will be in a position to discuss those videos with me. Other than that, I'll be placing you in a WhatsApp group where you can directly interact with me, discuss with me on a daily basis, and I can share my thoughts, my reflections in that WhatsApp group. So, idea is to make you financially independent in the sense that you should be able to analyze the charts on your own. You should be able to take your buy and sell decisions on your own, which is quite possible. It's not so difficult if the program is well designed, which I'm trying my best to design, and I hope I'll achieve it. And my program, my workshop might help you in future. So that is it as far as the coming workshop is concerned. Now let's move on to the FNO stocks. The first FNO stock which I have for you guys is the Apollo tires. Now I'm not going into the weekly chart, daily chart, because this is just a trading pick. This is a short-term trading pick. And what is happening in the stock is that it has formed a downward wedge. So it has the price has come down here and the price has come down. And if you see the volatility inside the stock, inside this price structure has contracted. You see the volatility has contracted and the price formed in base here, and now we see what happened in the last 4 or 5 days when the stock market was you must have seen from last 4 or 5 days the market is quite weak, but this stock is somehow managing to hold on to this base. And if I guess the structure looks quite strong, and from here we can see a up move, and that up move as far as the chart is concerned, that up move could be till the next resistance here. So we are expecting around 13 to 14% in the stock. So this is just on the short term basis as far as the stock is concerned. This is the first stock, Apollo Tires, which is part of FNO universe, and that was my analysis as far as Apollo Tires is concerned. The next stock which I want to discuss with you guys, name of the stock is Metropolis Health. Now, guys, why did I pick Metropolis Health? See, this is just my analysis. I'm not predicting anything. It's quite possible that my analysis might go wrong tomorrow. But the basic thing which we follow is that our analysis should be strong. Beyond that, if something happens, that's not in our control, because stock market is something it cannot be controlled by my analysis. So what do we see in Metropolis Health? In the Metropolis Health, we see this is a rounding bottom formation here. Just a second, I'm sorry. What do we see in Metropolis? We see a rounding bottom structure here. Just a second, let me just. This has gone a little. Okay, so this is Metropolis Health here. What do we see in the stock? We see a rounding bottom structure here like this. There's a first rounding bottom structure. And where is the base of this structure? This base of this structure is here. After that, we see a second rounding bottom structure here. And where is the base of that structure? Here. And after that, we see a third rounding bottom structure here. The base is here. So what do we see in these three steps? In these three bases, we see that base is shifting upwards. Here the base was at the lower level, then it went higher, and then it went higher again. And we see this rounding bottom formation, this actually rounding bottom formation here. This is the smallest rounding bottom here. So the volatility is contracting as we are going from left to right. So whenever the volatility contracts, that gives us an indication that probably something is cooking up in the stock. That means the positions are being built in the stock. Now, when the stock reached this resistance, which was around 1497 levels, this 1497 level has been a constant resistance here. It has been a constant resistance here. It has been a resistance here. And what do we see here? Here, this candle has broken this resistance at very high volumes. And whenever a candle breaks a resistance after such a pattern, this pattern looks like a copybook VCP pattern, which Mark Minervini has spoken about, which William O'Neill has spoken about. So this cup and handle pattern, wherein this cup is shortening and shortening and shortening, and the base is getting shifted higher, higher, and higher. So it gives us an indication that there is a good upside in the stock. Since the next resistance is here, we can expect the price can go up till this point. So you just have to calculate how much the upside is, which I believe is around 8 to 10% upside is there. So Metropolis Health is something which can be looked at. But a word of caution for you guys, don't buy options naked at all. Buying option naked or buying future naked is very, um, uh, I would say, risky, and it's very difficult. I personally never do that. I do buy options, but that is a time. There's a time to buy options, and my option buying is only on an intraday basis. And whenever I buy options, there's a time which comes in the life of the options where you get 100 to 200% returns within 20 to 25 days. So options is not an instrument which you can hold, because there's an inherent time decay in options, and that time decay, what it will do is like it will erase your value, it will erase your wealth completely. So options are not a positional equipment. It's not something which you can hold. Options are more of an intraday sort of a thing. And if you know options in depth, you can create spreads and you can create other strategies wherein it's possible to hold options, but absolutely not on a naked basis at all. And option requires quite a depth in knowledge. Without that depth, if you jump into this world, you'll get drowned. So better stay away. Don't buy naked options. Don't buy futures at all. If you want, if you're interested in the stock, let the time not be against you. Just go and buy it in the cash, and you will make money. In options, time is always against you, because you have to get the value after that option in a matter of 1 month. So time is against you, and then there is that time decay happening on a daily basis, which will erode your capital completely. So, guys, that's it from my desk for this week. I hope you enjoyed and liked my analysis. I will continue to deliver the same way every week. One video which I'll be posting every week, wherein we'll cover uh, fundamental stocks and trading stocks. Probably I'll pick more trading stock. This time I picked only two trading stock. Next time I'll try to pick a little more. But as far as the fundamental pick is concerned, that will stay only one. Okay. So guys, thank you very much. Have a nice day. Thanks for your time. Goodbye and good luck, and have a nice weekend.